There's a hidden side to Poppy Playtime that no one has ever considered. What if the toys actually need sleep? As crazy as this may sound, what I'm about to tell you could potentially forever change how you view this game and its future chapters. It's well known that the Bigger Body Toys in Playtime Co. are not possessed objects, but rather living organisms. They're created through mysterious procedures where human organs are implanted into the toys. Although we don't know the exact details, we do know these toys exhibit human traits, such as needing to eat to survive.
And they ate the bodies to stay alive.
Now this naturally raises an intriguing question. Do these toys also need to sleep? We haven't seen any of the Bigger Body toys sleeping in the factory, but that doesn't necessarily mean they don't. It's possible that the toys were designed with a blend of organic and mechanical parts working together. During their sleep cycle, the organic components could enter a resting state similar to human sleep, allowing for tissue repair and regeneration. Meanwhile, the mechanical parts could enhance healing and maintenance processes. This fascinating synergy could be the key to understanding whether these living toys experience sleep as we know it. However, we never actually see any mechanical parts come from any dead toy, which seems to contradict this idea, but it's also possible that this is purely a coincidence, or their mechanical parts are just very small, like how some components of a computer are microscopic. Simply inserting human organs into a toy surely wouldn't bring it to life. If the scientists were also using mechanical parts with the organs to help when the toys sleep, it would make a lot more sense. Now, of course, since it is a video game, there's going to be some fiction in the whole procedure process, but there's also some realism to it. It's very probable that the scientists were using a combination of both organic and mechanical components for the Bigger Body toys. The Poppy maintenance video on Mob Entertainment's YouTube channel even shows something mechanical being taken out of the Poppy doll. Building on this idea, consider the prototype, which has a claw with wires attached, and its mechanical parts hold the bones together. Human bones would be far too small to fit into such a large toy layout. So what if they used endoskeletons in the toys? These endoskeletons could hold the organs in place, just like the human skeletal system does. Near the start of Chapter 1, we see Huggy Wuggy standing motionless. He might have a robotic skeleton that was keeping him in place. Playtime Co. might have implemented this as a clever security tactic. It would trick trespassers into believing Huggy is merely a statue, when, in reality, he serves as the factory's vigilant guardian. This is proven when Lath's assistant refers to Huggy as our security guard in an old tutorial from the spin-off game Project Playtime. Now, if the toys do have endoskeletons, they could have electronic rechargeable systems, just like how modern electronics need to be plugged in for power. But why would they even need to be recharged? Well, perhaps instead of sleeping the same way as any normal living creature, physically recharging could be their way of falling into a deep sleep. There could be hidden charging stations around the Playtime Co. factory for the toys to recharge. This might also explain why some toys are found in specific places. These locations could double as charging points. If this is true, the toys would also need to have charging ports built into them. Maybe they have tiny ports hidden in their eyes, or mouths, or just anywhere on their toy body. Huggy or Kissy could be good examples since their fur-covered bodies could easily hide a small charging port. Now, if the toys do need to recharge, they might operate on a day and night cycle based on whether the lights are on or off. For instance, Poppy seems to be in a sleeping state before we open her case. Perhaps she awoke when the door opened and the light came through. Similarly, when we hit the shutdown button in the musical memory minigame, it turns off the lights, and Bunzo Bunny immediately goes inactive. This suggests that the toy's activity might depend on the lighting conditions, but there are instances where Poppy is active in a dark area. So the activity of toys in different lighting might also depend on other factors, such as their individual personalities before being turned into toys. However, one issue with the theory that the toys use charging stations as their way of sleeping is that toys like Huggy wouldn't be able to recharge at a station while the factory was open. Otherwise, lower-level employees and tour groups would have found out that the Huggy statue in the main lobby was alive. Therefore, it's possible that the toys only had a chance to recharge when the employees and tour groups had left the building. Anyways, if the toys do indeed sleep, they might participate in a virtual network developed by Playtime Co. In this network, they could undergo synchronized updates, communication, and behavioral programming. This program would allow them to exchange information and receive instructions while generally maintaining an operational strategy. Throughout the current 3 chapters, the toys often display coordinated behavior, especially during during ambushes and chase sequences. But why does this matter? It suggests some form of communication, and a virtual network could explain it. Playtime Co. was always innovating with technology, so it's definitely possible they developed such a complex system. Alright, now I know this video is about how the toys do sleep, but given how innovative this company was, it begs the question, could these toys have been designed in a way where they don't need to sleep? There are multiple possibilities as to how this could be the case, and they go far deeper than you might think. The other bigger body toys apart from Huggy may also be part of the not-so-tame security system that Laith Pierre mentioned in a Chapter 1 VHS tape. The idea of giant living toys was proposed by a scientist named Harley Sawyer, aiming to replace adult human workers.
Giant toys. We can increase our workforce and simultaneously decrease the number of lawsuits and people on our payroll.
It wouldn't be surprising if Playtime Co. developed a way to keep these experiments awake at all times to protect the factory and their secrets. They could be designed to never need sleep, staying awake and alert without the need for rest or recharge. But how? Well, we know that the company had hired scientists and biologists to help with their research and find the safest way to create these organic living experiments. With their extensive research, they could have developed an energy source that powered each experiment, allowing the toys to function differently from normal humans or living creatures. The toys would draw energy from their surroundings, eliminating their need to sleep. Developing this technology could be another example of how Playtime Co. was innovative and ahead of their time with the breakthroughs they made in technology. Considering how dark and twisted the scientists are, the experiments might have been designed to serve as a surveillance in addition to their normal jobs, like Mommy at the game station and Catnap in Playcare. Both Mommy and Catnap would have been more than capable of taking out any human intruders, making them effectively extra security measures. Their ears and eyes would always be on high alert under a security protocol designed by Playtime Co. Assuming they have a mechanical side, they would never deactivate while on duty, meaning they would always be available and constantly watching. For more evidence that the toys may not need sleep, the restricted disappearance tape on Mob Entertainment's YouTube channel reveals the events of June 18, 1992, when Huggy escaped the factory. He was recaptured about 5 hours later after lots of running around in the outdoor world. Now, you would expect that all this running for nearly 5 hours, especially at a very fast speed, would cause him to pass out from exhaustion. However, he didn't. In fact, he never even looked tired from what we see of him in the footage. Huggy eventually killed and possibly ate a deer, but this obviously wouldn't give him all that energy. So how would he possibly have all that stamina without getting too tired? Well, it seems likely that certain experiments not only don't require sleep, but possibly don't even get tired at all. Within the secretive Playtime Co. factory, the company may have created a compound specifically designed to target the organic system that the toys possess. A document in Chapter 2 shows that Elliot Ludwig had a strong belief that poppy flowers could potentially hold life-altering properties. If they found this out to be true, they may have somehow incorporated a poppy flower into this drug. Since the experiments don't exactly function like normal living beings, this drug could suppress their need and desire to sleep by targeting their sleep cycle and eliminating the need for it. In humans, we have hormones and chemicals such as melatonin that aid in sleep. For the toys, this drug would suppress the release and interrupt the production of any sleep-aiding chemicals, keeping them awake without sleep being a necessity. This drug could be integrated into the toys during their surgery, embedded within their core materials or bloodstream, if they have a system resembling the circulatory system. And given that they were made from humans, it's likely that they do. This integration would ensure that the drug consistently flows and releases into their system, making it their permanent way of functioning. The purpose behind this could be to ensure that the toys are always ready to engage with the children, always active, and able to protect the dark secrets of the company without experiencing tiredness or unavailability due to the need of sleep. Something that could support this theory is through how they act. These toys seem to possess extraordinary energy to help hunt down the player. This drug might enhance their stamina, giving them exceptional abilities, whether it's their strength, intelligence, or speed. This would mean that they're active all the time for their duties. For instance, Boxy Boo would use this energy for killing any lower-level employee who found out secrets of the company that they weren't meant to know of. This scenario raises many questions about Playtime Co.'s ethics and highlights the darker, eerie themes of Poppy Playtime. It suggests a situation where even natural, basic cycles are manipulated for corporate greed. reflecting real-life fears about unethical advancements in technology and science. But what do you think about the toys sleeping? Could Playtime Co. have truly developed a way for the toys to stay awake indefinitely? Or could there be an even more sinister method at play to keep them constantly active around the clock? Let me know some of your theories down in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Poppy Playtime videos just like this. See you next time.